It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield-Greene County Park Board, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, good morning to you. Thanks for being with us this morning, whether you're watching or listening. It's a big day for this country.
It is a big day.
We not only is it Martin Luther King Jr. Day, it's Inauguration Day, and it is very, very cold here in the Ozarks and across a big portion of the country. Actually.
Yes, and beyond. That is the case. It is the President-elect's Inauguration Day, and like you mentioned, falling on this MLK Jr. federal holiday in the freezing cold temperatures. Donald Trump will take the office at 11 o'clock this morning, our time, and then J.D. Vance will follow. He will take the oath for vice president at noon. Before the swearing-in ceremony, security screening gates open at 5 o'clock this morning in the nation's capital, followed by music and then opening remarks. You can watch all the festivities on all the major networks. Those start at 9 a.m. Central Time. This is interesting. By the way, this is only the second time in American history that a man was elected to serve two terms that were not back-to-back. Grover Cleveland in the 1880s served as the 22nd and the 24th president of these United States. Also, I don't know that all of the festivities have ever been moved indoors due to the cold weather, but everything is typically outside right there on the steps, and then the National Mall fills up. But in this case, they are moving it inside.
Yeah, it's interesting what the temperature was, because I went to the Obama first election for KY3. They sent me there to cover that, and it was very cold. It was very, very cold, but it's still.
I remember
outside,
your coat that you wore, and I remember like seeing your breath on screen.
It was very, very cold. So, I mean, my personal opinion is that there are some security issues in addition to the cold that made them decide to change things up a little bit. Of course, he's already had 2 attempts on his life, and I don't know that to be true, but I think there's more to it personally than just the cold weather to move everything inside. But we just pray everything goes well. There are no problems today. There is an issue for the Missouri State University Marching Band. Remember, we told you about that. They were set to perform in the inaugural parade, but now they will not, sadly. The MSU band, and it sounds like all schools that sent marching bands have found out there is not enough room for them in the Capital One Arena indoors, so they will not be performing, which is a big bummer. MSU band members were already in D.C. when they found that out. So were other school universities. But yesterday evening, they got to be at a rally at Georgetown University. And they head back this morning. Band members reported they were sad about it because, you have this all built up in your head, and then it ends up not happening, which is a total bummer. MSU band director, who is a Marine, got to lay a custom MSU wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier. So it sounds like, though they won't be performing at the inauguration, they did get to enjoy DC a little bit and be part of what all it has to offer.
I know. I think it would be cool just to be there over the weekend, and they were heading back today, of course. But even now, I mean, there's all sorts of people in the streets and festivities. So I'm sure that they still, to a degree, would feel like they were a part of a very historic event.
Yeah, good for them.
Well, today is a federal holiday, as we mentioned, to celebrate the life and legacy and remember Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. So to mark his day today, you can take part in a march that starts at 8:30 this morning. That march will step off from the Brightwood Ice Park on East Traffic Way, and it will be icy cold. So bundle up. That march will travel over the Martin Luther King Jr. Bridge to the Gilloy's Theater. A program will take place there after the march. The NAACP is also collecting socks, hot hands, and gloves for the unsheltered. So you can bring those, drop off those supplies and any donations at the ice park. And again, make sure that you wear those items as well.
Yeah. You have some kind of mental block against Brightspeed because you called it Brightwood this time, and last week you called it
Brightwood?
something else too. Yeah.
I called it Brightwood Brightspeed. That's weird because I feel like I know the company Brightspeed too, but I'm so
Well,
used to the MediaCom Ice Park. And
yeah.
often I just call it Jordan Valley Ice Park.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
but
Well, anyway,
I'm
you're 0
sorry. Thank
you're 0
you,
for 2.
Brightspeed, obviously, for sponsoring Jordan Valley Ice Park. I don't know why I can't get this right.
That's funny. Speaking of the weather, the extreme cold continues today. It was rough all weekend long. You know that. We've been in an Arctic air mass all weekend with temperatures dropping down close to 0 for lows and highs in the teens and low 20s. That continues today. Be sure you stay tuned for Abby Dyer's Wake Up Weather to find out when we might eventually get back above freezing, because we could all use it at this point. We're paying a lot of money to heat our houses. And because of the dangerously cold temperatures, emergency cold weather shelters remain open all around Springfield. They are actually the spots where an annual count of the homeless will take place this week. It's called the Everyone Counts campaign, and it takes place Wednesday through Friday of this week in Greene, Christian, and Webster counties. They want to count. It's mandated by the feds. It's required by the feds to do this count. Last year, they counted 622 homeless people. In 2023, that number was 617. So we'll see what it is for this year.
Springfield's egg producer is improving the way that it gets eggs to grocery stores. Vital Farms is putting in a new automated system for washing, sorting, and packing eggs that will increase production by 30%. Vital Farms sells eggs and butter at Price Cutter, Harder House, Mama Jean's, and Target locally. All right, Springfield is losing a Walgreens store. The pharmacy chain is planning to close its location on West Grand and Kansas Expressway. It will shut down on February 17th, so about one more month to go. Walgreens is closing a total of 1,200 stores over the next 3 years.
Okay. And you know this, the Kansas City Chiefs are going back to the AFC Championship game next Sunday night. Over the weekend, the Chiefs beat the Houston Texans. Texans in the divisional round at Arrowhead. Very cold Saturday evening there. Not quite as cold as one of the playoff games last year, but very, very cold. And it was win number 300 for head coach Andy Reid. So congratulations to him. The Chiefs are 4-2 in their past 6 AFC Championship games. Both losses happened in overtime. So they continue their quest for a three-peat when it comes to Super Bowls, and they have a couple of wins left. So we'll be rooting on the Chiefs.
It's exciting.
And another championship for the Link Academy Lions in the Bass Pro Shops Tournament of Champions over the weekend. It's actually the second championship for the Branson School in just its 4 years of existence, which is really, really incredible to think about. In fact, they've never lost a game at the TOC, winning their last championship in 2023, the last time they were there. The basketball boarding school has 11 players with Division I scholarship offers. So it's like an all-star team. It's crazy. Yeah. This was the 40th year for the Tournament of Champions, and we were there. I was there Friday and Saturday. You came with me Saturday night, thanks to the good folks at the Chevy dealers of the Ozarks, and we had a great time, didn't you?
Yeah, it was great. It was a lot of fun. I feel like I didn't last long because the girls were done with basketball. The boy was not. So kids.
We stayed to the end. You guys left before the championship game, but it's always a great time. I love that tournament. I love watching good high school basketball.
I mean, the dunk contest is enough to go for, it's just fun.
Yeah.
They did have one little mishap, but
it's a good
if you were there,
And once again this year, it was I saw the video after seeing it live. But Dunker was going to jump over a kid on a hoverboard. Those things? Yeah,
hoverboard.
And clocked the kid right in the face with a knee. The kid was tough though. He didn't. It
actually wasn't the knee. My friend who was sitting on the court was like, "No, it was a crotch shot." Total crotch shot. There was no knee involved. I'm not sure which is worse.
I don't think so. I watched the video, but anyway, I thought it was a knee, but the kid didn't flinch. And I watched him even after he finished.
Yeah, he was super. He was a trooper.
He didn't even like look to see if there's blood or anything. He was a tough kid.
He was a tough kid. Okay, this was a big story over the weekend and will continue to be so today, undoubtedly. TikTok restored service yesterday to its users in the U.S. just hours after it went dark. In response to that federal ban, President-elect Donald Trump has said he will try to pause the ban by executive order on his first day in office today. Trump said he planned to issue the order to give TikTok's China-based parent company ByteDance more time to try to find an approved buyer before the ban takes full effect. Google and Apple have already removed the app from their digital stores to comply with the law, which required them to do so if TikTok's parent company didn't sell the U.S. operation by Sunday. So the law, which passed, by the way, with widespread bipartisan support. So both sides of the aisle feeling like it needed to come down back in April, and it allows for some steep fines if not. So today, the incoming president is expected to sign some 200 executive orders, and perhaps TikTok will be among them.
Yeah. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of TikTok, not just because I'm old and not on it, but I agree with the legislation. I think there needs to be U.S. ownership, or we ban it here, because I believe we are being spied on by our enemies. So,
well, I mean, that is what bipartisan support said.
Right.
They didn't say I believe. They said it is the thing. So you don't even have to, wonder, I guess, or use your own little opinion on it.
Brain.
Like they said,
You're
it
gonna
is
say brain.
Brain.
My own little brain.
Yeah, but I wasn't going to call your brain little because you're actually very smart.
You
So
said it with your eyes. You said it with your
just
eyes.
changed my tune.
Yeah, we all heard it. All
fly.
right. Well, we'll see what happens. It's well, the last time he was in office for 4 years, it was, hair on fire in the media every day. We'll see what happens this time around. I think they maybe have settled in a little bit to write it out. We'll see.
We'll see. Here we go.
We'll see.
Yeah, today's the day. Okay, everybody, have a great day. Thanks for joining us. Maybe some of you are off work today, and if you are, we hope you enjoy it. And again, that march steps off at 8:30 this morning. If you would like to take part at Bright Speed Ice Park, there you go.
Bundle up if you're headed out there. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.